I'm here with Steve Cockerill on the Rooster stand at METSTRADE 2019. And if there's one person that I talk to at the show, and I know that there are going to be new products, it's Steve. Now here you are wearing a new buoyancy aid. Can you tell me a bit about this, please?
Basically it's an impact buoyancy aid, but it's CE approved. So there are some on the market that look like this, but unfortunately haven't passed the test, so you can't use them in racing. But this one is CE approved. It's comfortable. We've got it in a number of different colours. I've been wearing one for the last 18 months in most of the regattas when I'm hiking. I just love it. It feels snug and comfortable and it doesn't get in the way. It's lovely. But it's been a long time waiting for it to get through that approval process.
And it is something in sailing where people are now wearing tight clothing, just trying to get rid of the snags that you have and make sure that you yourself are a smaller object on the boat as possible.
Well, especially when you go fast through the water now. Foiling boats are going really quick. You don't want big baggy clothes because there's an element to drag from that as well. So yes, I think try and be snug. Might have to lose a few pounds to get even more snug, but yeah.
And there's no doubting it's getting colder now, and I understand you have a new glove that is really going to help you on those winter days.
Yeah, well, we developed this very, very late last winter, and I was wearing this in January, February, the actual sort of the first production, but we had no time to really sell it to people, no time to tell the story. And it's basically a mixture of aquafleece and neoprene, which we know is a great combination anyway in our wetsuits and our aquafleeces, but we put the aquafleece on the outside of the glove to try and stop it from giving you wind chill. But we've also incorporated a sneaky aquafleece mitt, because we know there are times when you literally have to put one arm under your armpit and sail with the other hand because it gets that cold. And basically that enables you, if you really have to, just to sail, and you've got cleated and you can sail like that with your mitt on, but it's normally for between races when you are feeling the cold. But the nice thing is, the little place where the mitt tucks away is also a place where you could put one of those, gel-activated hand warmers. So you could have a gel-activated hand warmer in the back of your hand there, and the mitt out if you wanted to, and you've got winter sailing sussed. So we think it's a real breakthrough.
Steve, you are out on the water a huge amount in a vast number of classes, and once again you've had a big year on the water. Which classes have you been sailing, and how's it gone?
We sailed the 400 and the 800 this year, and we did dabble in the 4000 for the Euro Cup in Torbay, and I dabbled in the 300 for the Nationals and the Inland. So that's a pretty wide spread of classes, but I think we've settled into the 400 being a very nice boat that I can sail with my wife, and we really enjoy the tactics and the close racing. And the 800 is the sort of fun, smiles, go like a lunatic boat. The trouble is, I think I frighten my wife too much because I'm not really under control as I like to be at the back of the boat. So it is a bit challenging, but it's great to push yourself, isn't it? Yeah, it's great to push yourself. And I think I've got to do the 800 now because soon I might be too old. Well, I think I might be too old, but anyway, I'll keep trying.
No one's going to believe that you're going to get too old for the boat. But do you find doing the sailing in so many classes and seeing everybody in the grassroots sailing, do you find that gives you the inspiration for these product developments? Well,
yes, definitely. I mean, I sometimes despair looking at what some people wear, and I think, why are you wearing that? But I find myself trying not to be too much of a salesman in the changing rooms because that can be a bit awkward. But I do think you have to be there to do it, to be seen to be doing it. And I often find myself testing out samples during the winter time because I don't really want to test the sample out in the summertime when I'm actually racing, and I want to make sure I'm wearing the best kit I can wear. But I do, once it's past my test phase, I'm wearing it for racing. I know it's coming out.
And comfort on the water is just so key. There are so many people who've been put off by wearing bad kit. And you say you despair when you see people wearing the wrong kit.
I see kids wearing rash vests in the summer, and I'm thinking, you must be freezing, because this is not Savannah, it's not 40 degrees, it's 22 and there's wind, And I think, just for goodness sake, throw away a rash vest, get out a polypro top, and your life will change, And I see kids learning to sail in equipment that I wouldn't send my dog out on the water in. I just, don't put them off before they start. Put them in some nice kit, and they'll appreciate the great fun that we have on the water and sailing. Put them out in some rubbish kit, can't wait to stop doing the sport. So I think it's important that you get them the right kit.
Well, Steve, it's always great to catch up and also just see your boundless enthusiasm for the sport. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Mark. Cheers.